Yeah, big welcome to you, Capricorn. The sun is in Cancer, has moved on the 21st of June, which was the summer solstice. And this card for me, of course, depicts really beautifully the energy that we feel on days like this, right? Sunny days, we want to be outside, we feel strong, right? We have the energy coming down, we have the crossing. In the crossing is always the equinox, right? It's the equal day and the equal night. That's happening twice a year, always on the 21st of March and the 21st of October. Those are the days, right, where we actually again go either then to Cancer or we go to Capricorn, which is you, which is the longest night. And so here we have the longest day, right? It's beautiful. It's like we have a lot of light. We are really enjoying the summer. And here, of course, I have Yoni Lingam. We have the cup, searching for the cup. We have the rising and the setting moon, right? We have the star right here in the center. So this is the sun highlighting you, Capricorn, and you are, for me, the dancer, right? Of course, here, the horse, right? The high lounge. High lounge, I really love that pose. And the high lounge is one of those poses where we gain enormous strength. Now here we feel the goat, the climbing up, right? I have the chakra, a ladder in the center. And of course here it's your first stage, then it's the heart, and then is the third eye, and you are here facing each time yourself, your card number 15, which then makes the card number 6. That's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in here. Nevertheless, it's in group of 3, the 3 stages, right? The 3 stages where sometimes you start here, right? This is your beginning, because then up here, the 7th stage is the world in the tarot deck, right? So you begin here, but you're able to transcend all of this through the third eye. I began to draw a new card, just that you see how I'm doing it. Right now I printed out just the yoga pose. This is me 10 years ago. And then here I have, of course, the stages, and I actually this time put the third eye here in your last stage, because the 7th stage, there's no more person, right? There's no more duality. Here it's the 2 eyes, and it's really interesting because I'm starting to notice that the finger position here, it almost looks like 2 eyes and little horns, right? Like you are here, this little devil down here, right? So this is your card. And of course, we have in the tarot, the devil. For me, you are God Pan, right? And I'm going to show you, because I have a new book. It's in German, and it's the Handel Tarot. And in the Handel Tarot, he explains very clearly what happened to Pan back in Europe when the church was gaining power and actually making all the old religion as something negative. They created demons and monsters, and the horned god was a Satan. Satan, but comes from Saturn, right? Saturn is your planet. Now, even in Rome, the natural god Pan who was the dancing and flute playing goat, that led the people to let go of their constrictions and conditionings, and were open and free, right? And they didn't want people to feel like that, so they kind of made this something negative, and until today the devil is shown as half human, half goat. So this was connected, of course, to you, and I decided to make out of you the dancer pose, right? Because nevertheless, you are not a negative energy per se. You are, when you're stuck here, a negative energy, right? Okay, so let's begin. Otherwise, I'm just explaining again all the other cards, and we don't want that. So you, Capricorn, are a cardinal sign. You begin winter, and you have power. That's your word, power, because you have power, and an extreme power to climb up the mountain, to climb up. It's very strong. Your planet, like I said, is Saturn. It's your teacher. Archetypes are the builder of the earth, someone that's a manager, someone that's an authority, someone that's a father figure, and someone that is eager to be successful. On your days, we like to eat roots and salt, and of course, we like to use cardiovascular system, so walking and running and all these kind of things. Making your heart beat is good for you. The body parts for you are your knees and your skin and your bones. The sentence is, I feel home wherever I am this time. Oh, interesting. I never seen this card, so it's also new for me. Have a look at it. Number 44, who am I? Very interesting, right? Who am I? The number 8. There's a boat in the tree, and there are you, like an in-between station, and it's really makes me feel like something, again, that's climbing energy, because you're the, and this is really funny, you're the only animal that can literally climb up. And I've seen this tree, I think there have been like, I don't know, 10, 12 goats in the tree, right? All standing in the tree. It's so funny looking. And here you are having a boat up in the tree. Good, so these cards are still German. They're still sold out. They haven't produced another batch. I'm waiting. 44, so what are the words here for this card? Stranded. The fear of losing and misinterpretation of the situation. Look at this young boy. He stands very lost on this tree. His ship is stuck in the ground. But in his hand he holds the line with the anchor. Obviously he's stranded and lost his orientation. Maybe he came off course and landed at this place. It's normal that we start finding ourselves in situations that are not looking quite normal. And this is what this card is telling you. Very interesting. Who am I, right? Who are you? So maybe you got stuck a little bit here in the first chakra, which is what your temptation is. Your temptation is to stay stuck here, down here, to be attached, and again, down here to be attached, and again, right? You can see this is like two balls and a penis. And of course, you are the trickster in the native Indian tarot. And you're tricking people to think that this dimension is the only dimension that exists. The trickster is tricking you to believe in the worldly dimension. The realizing that you are chained is freeing you from your chains. So, the first chakra, it's almost like you up here, this boat, and of course it's connected with water, which is then the second chakra. So it's almost saying all you need to do is find water again, which is healing for you. You're an earth sign because it's the first chakra. You're connected with the roots, and the only way out is go up one, which is the water, and it's almost like saying, yes, you got to find water. You got to find water to heal. Right? Find the water, because the water is bringing you into the second chakra, into the second dimension. Okay, so let's see what the tarot is saying. And I think it's very interesting because, like they say, it's this first chakra. It's this, the first chakra is always like, oh, right? It's very heavy, and of course the tree is growing heavy on that first chakra, and here you stranded in this earthly dimension into this, the tree that grows out of the earth. All right, so let's see what the chakra is saying. Okay, and here is the ship by finding, and look at the rock. Look at her. So this is the King of Cups, and it's a female King of Cups. And it feels like that you have to become more feminine, more receptive, more open, and release and open up. Open here, right? Open your legs almost. Open the legs so that you can have a sexual encounter, that you can connect with the water, so that the ship can again come through. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. You see what I mean? This is like... And the German reading, if you speak German, look at the German reading. That was also very powerful. So this full moon is doing something to you. And we know that the full moon is doing the tides, right? And here you maybe have stranded because you didn't realize the ocean has this two-dimensional side to it, right? Where we can see that the water disappears. It's like, where did it go? It comes back. Well, then comes the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is the young generation learning, growing, and we can see again this big flower. Something wants to grow. You need to grow again, right? When you open up, when you allow to let this ship come through you, let this sexual energy come through you, something can again grow, something that you can learn. And of course, wands are all three wands, and in the pages is all three. It's Aries, it's Leo, and it's Sagittarius, right? Then comes Cancer. Cancer here, this is the sun in Cancer, which is highlighting you, the moon, the full moon. So it's saying, go slow, go slow, and realize everything repeats itself. So this lesson that you're learning here, that what is usually supposed to be on the ground is up in the air, and usually the chariot is fast. The chariot is, right, moving. Chariot here, she is the warrioress. She goes up, but she made it slow. And the spiral, right? This is the shell, and this shell is a very important shell. This shell is telling us everything comes and goes, and everything, wherever we begin a cycle, we will come back at the same stage, but with more knowledge of it. And this is what I feel here. There is something in your sexuality. Maybe become slow, learning to slow down your sexual energy, because you are connected with the sexual energy, right? This is your element, right? The god Pan. Slowing down so that you can find the water. Okay, so what's underneath? Wow, this is very interesting. In the German reading, this card was exactly at the same position, meditation. So yes, you got to slow down, you got to meditate, because this is the card that came before. You are heading in this full moon into a direction that says, I want to slow down, I want to meditate, I want to learn, and I want to grow. Big time, right? Earth. You're the one that can climb up here. You can climb up here to the other ship. Look, she holds another ship up here. It's almost like she's protecting that one. And it's very interesting, right? Because even though the ship is now, this ship is down here, there's another one stranded up in her arms. It's almost like there is a very powerful message coming through. Powerful, powerful. Yeah, you have to meditate, you have to meditate. Wow, look at that. You can heal from, and this is the rose, and this is where this second stage is, right? The heart. And look at how the rose is growing out, and you can grow and you can heal something here very profound that happened to you. And the Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra, and Saturn is your teacher. Saturn is a teacher to you, and you can learn and grow from it. Right? So this has its reason, this has its place. Anchor down, come down, back down. So it's almost like saying, when you go down, you find deep down in your subconscious, right? The healing. And at the same time, this is the future, right? It's almost like this is the past. Of course, this is the oracle card. So this is for all the cards, right? I can connect this card to all of them. But when you learn, you realize, by letting this rose grow, you realize that something deep within has to heal, has to come out. Looking deeper down into a pain that was inflicted on you. Saturn is your teacher. You know what has happened there, right? And of course we go from 4 to 3. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We have to go down to the water. up in the air, sometimes it's not, right, working. 7 of Cups, illusion. And of course, with this card, we know that we're here in the Maya, in the illusion. And the illusion is that we think, right, the trickster makes us believe this is the only dimension that exists here. But here in Herman Handel, we have the hole where the snake is living in. The snake goes up. Here are you with the 2 eyes and the 3rd eye. And here are 1, 2, 3 horns. 1 horn comes out of the crystal, which is up here, right? 3, 7. 7 is connected to the Chariot, right? This is what's saying in the book. And 4 coming out of the crystal is to the Emperor. 3 is connected to the Empress. The Empress and the Emperor together can be successful in the Chariot. And since the sun is highlighting this, you, the moon, which is in your sign, and the full moon, you start realizing, you start awakening up, because the only way out of the 1st chakra is by climbing up, and you are able to climb. You are definitely able to climb, right? Like I said, you're the only one that goes back up, like the hermit, back up to the mountain, to the Himalayan mountain. Here's the crystal, and here you are pointing at the illusion. The illusion is to stay stuck here in this little hole and not to go anywhere. The illusion is to stay stuck down here, where we think this is the love, but this is love that comes and goes. The true love is here. Right? So the illusion, you're awakening out of the illusion, and of course, when you go slow, you start realizing this 7 of Cups is Venus in Scorpio, and Venus is love. Venus is beauty, allowing to open yourself up, allowing to allow this, the flower, and usually flowers or roses or the rosebud is the sexual energy, right? Is the tip of the penis or is the clitoris, right? There is something growing. There is a sexuality growing, and you're healing something that happened to you. Look how 3 swords are pointing at the heart. That could also be the sexual act. Learning to distinguish that, the differences here. Where is it leading you? At the bottom of the deck. Wow, to the world. Look at that. If you take the path up, right? And yes, you would say, okay, you up, but you need to come down to this one. Then you can see the world. Then you again realize that water is the biggest part that covers the world. I don't even know, right? What's the percentage? I would have to look up that fact. But it's saying come down to the water, because you cannot go up unless you go through these stages. And if you come down here into opening yourself, sexually opening yourself, if you allow to grow this new flower out of your lap, you see that, out of the sexual energy growing up, if you allow to go slow, right? Then you can meditate, and go deeper within. There you discover a hurt, a sexual hurt maybe, right? But you will rise to the 7, the 7 chakra. 7 is Netzach, and Netzach in the cups is imagination and creativity, is bringing you up, bringing you to the world. The number 3, 1, 2, 3 stages. Learning what hurt you in the heart, right? right? Learning to reach to the third eye, using the third eye. Emotionally using the third eye, going up here. And that is transcending you through the first, into the second chakra, up to the 1, 2, 3 stages, 21, which is 2, the High Priestess, and 1, the Magician, and the world is yours. Wow. Oh, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy, right? These cards really, and of course the 7, right? It's this Cancer energy that creates this in this month. Even though this is an illusion, right, that you think certain emotions, you, right, hold on to certain emotions in the water, it's giving you a creativity and imagination to heal, to get out of this trickster energy, to get out of course the snake is the Kundalini snake, right? Again, the sexual energy that wants to grow, that wants to move up. Go slow, right? And so being stranded is not really being stranded. You giving an opportunity to see the oxymoron, right? This card is up, above, but actually you are up, you have to come down. That brings you up. Coming down brings you up. Crazy, right? Coming down into the sexual act brings you up to the moon into meditation. Going slow brings you up, which is below you, into the stars, into the world. Wow, crazy, crazy, crazy. Cool, 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 so cool. The German reading is equally cool. Love it. Really love it, right? So sometimes the readings are getting more complex, right? I can feel it because of course I also learn more, I have more information. And just to let you know, right, when I got this book, on that day, I read the 10 first, and I didn't even see the 10 was on the cover, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And he painted the Wheel of Fortune first. Anyway, there is a wheel, right? There is something spinning. There is something saying everything is moving, everything is shifting, right? 4 is Jupiter. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Herman Handel is giving me more input, right? Is helping me to read even more deeper, so that you can get the world. Look at this. Wow, so powerful. Awesome. Anyway, the next stage then, I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when the sun then is moving out of Cancer into the Strength card, into Leo, right? The center, the fixed part of summer. And let's see what the message will be there. Anyway, you have already right now, from the world, we see what a new beginning you will have, right? Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.